books. Picked himself up several times. Pushed on. We admire that. It's part of the social fabric. I would say it's part of the social contract. Question for you. What's happening here if Sam does not disclose the defect rate and passes the problem on down the line? And I'm going to say this. The big problem, he and his company are taking the short-term rewards and passing any risks to the public at large, to the contractor, and the folks that own Midwest Hardware in years to come. This is a little time bomb. 10 years later, the bridge goes down. Oops. Why? The bolts. Who bought those bolts? Contractor. Where'd they buy them from? Midwest Hardware. Didn't they know those bolts wouldn't stand up in an earthquake? Yeah, but nobody asked and nobody said. They knew it, but they just wanted the money. So they take the money and run. They take the reward, but they don't take the risk, right? They're not accountable. The rewards that he and his company propose to take are not directly linked to risks that they are personally taking. Now, I want to make a bigger point here. I know we're running out of time. Does this sound familiar? It should. This is the heart of everything right here. Financiers on Wall Street aided and abetted the mortgage industry, an industry that happily collected origination fees and other kinds of crazy fees and passed along subprime mortgages. CDOs, SIVs were created. Investors ultimately bore the risk, and actually, it was supposed to be, if you read Sorkin's book, or Michael Lewis, The Big Short, or 13 Bankers, or Lowenstein's The End of Wall Street, and I've looked at all these books. It's a beautiful system. Beautiful in a strange kind of way. It was all about getting the rewards without taking any risks. That was the deal. You could sell this stuff and never take a risk and make a lot of money. Perfect. Perfect, except it contradicts the basic rule, spirit, and foundation of capitalism, that risk and reward come together. We say we believe in capitalism, and I think what angers many people in the United States today is that the old social contract seems to have been torn up. There's a lot of well-connected people who are clever enough to create financial products, get high rewards with little risk of failure, given the government bailouts. It bothers people. It should bother people. We should judge this to be wrong. On a smaller scale than the financial fraud that led to the meltdown of 2008, which affected all of us, Sam and Midwest, Greece, Ireland, Portugal, I mean, the effects of this are of earthquake proportions and then some. Sam and Midwest are happy to take the money now and let others suffer the consequences later. When the bridge collapses, who picks up the tab for all the human and social costs? Who pays to replace the bridge? Who sends in the Army Corps of Engineers? Who creates the makeshift ferry service on the river to take the place of the bridge that has fallen? It will not be Midwest Hardware, it won't be the contractor, and it won't be Sam. It will be us, or those of us who still manage to pay a fair share of taxes to the federal government. Lots more in the handout about why things have changed over the years from the ideal contract, the old paradigm, and the old way of risk and reward. We're in a very different kind of world. As Don Wiesner used to say, we're in the frontier. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the frontier. We are in uncharted territory. It's wild out there. You need some moral guidelines to see what's happening. The chapter that you're given in this course, the teachers that teach you about ethics, they're not just, as Red Barber used to say, whistling Dixie. This is important stuff. You need these perspectives to see what's really going on and to call it out for what it is. So I recommend the rest of these materials. I am out of time, as I expected I would be. The materials also give you a chance to answer some of those little questions in the cases like, did they make the right decision here? And did the courts do the right thing here? I have a guide to help you break that down and to come to some conclusions about what's going on. Good contracting, if we can find it, is good business and good news for the social contract. And if you need to get in touch with me, you can come to Kozar Epstein, or you can email me at my University of Denver address. And thank you for your attention. Is there a joke in the house? Young man, you going to stand up and deliver? What do you get if you send the Godfather to law school? Anybody have a guess here? This is a contracts joke, right?
An offer you can't understand.
Okay, we have to have the laugh meter here. And we'll do a hands instead. How many people think that qualifies as a good joke about contracts? Not quite half. Really nice try, though. Is there another joke? All right, sir, go ahead.
A Texas oil magnate stormed this lawyer's office demanding divorce proceedings begin at once against his young bride. What's the problem, the lawyer inquired? I want to hit that adulterating bitch for breach of contract, snapped the oil magnate. I don't know if that'll apply, the lawyer replied. Your wife isn't a piece of property, you don't own her. Damn right, replied Clinton snarled, but I sure as hell expect exclusive drilling rights.
Do you know, we'll vote in just a second, but I will say this. I saw that and I passed on it. All right, show of hands. Is that a good contracts joke? Well, we're getting closer there. Is there one more? Is there one more? Yes, sir. Oh, we have a couple more. Go ahead. He gets what? Oh, crabs. Sorry.
The next day he goes back to complain about it, and the hooker goes, would you expect the $10 lobster? Okay, this is really bad, but what does a felon use to mow his lawn?
What does a felon use to mow his lawn? A lawnmower?
A contractor.
I think that qualifies as what we call a groaner. So we'll have a show of hands. Is that a good contract? Any more? I'll give $10 for the best one. You can go with the lobsters? Yeah. Sorry, yeah, you're shaking your head no. I'll give you 5. 10 for the lobster, 5 for the, what was that joke again? The Godfather, an offer you can't understand. Now, Kava went to law school, and you understand her, right? Any questions? We got about 5 minutes. 10 minutes. Any questions about what I said or what's going on here? Other than, is it time to go? Yeah. All right, Amscray folks, nice to have you here. Thanks for your attention.